let's discuss on the next question. Alright, so when an evacuated glass vessel weighing 134.74 gram, so that is the mass of its empty vessel, was filled with an unknown gas Y, the pressure was found to be 99.3 kilonewton per meter square at temperature of 31 degrees Celsius, while the mass was 137.28 gram. Okay, so this new mass is the mass of empty vessel plus gas Y. Okay, then the glass vessel was then filled completely with water. Okay, and the mass was 1067.90 gram. Okay, so this new mass is the mass of empty vessel plus water. By using ideal gas equation, determine the relative molecular mass of gas Y. Okay, so in order for you to answer this question, alright, so you need to list out this information first. Okay, so I abstract this information from the problem statement given to you. Okay, so now, so you already have the mass of empty vessel, and then when the vessel is filled up with gas Y, and when the vessel is filled up completely with water. Okay, so you need to find out what is the mass of gas Y, which is by subtracting equation 2 with equation 1. Okay, for the mass of water, mass number 3 is subtracting with mass number 1. Okay, try to press your calculator now. Alright, so if you press your calculator, you will get the mass of gas Y is actually just 2.54 gram, and mass of water is actually 93.16 gram. Okay, so the question asks you to calculate relative molecular mass of gas Y. That means you're going to use ideal gas equation and convert it to find the formula of molecular mass. Alright, and so in order for you to use that ideal gas equation, you need to make sure all the values, mass, temperature, and pressure, and volume must be in the standard unit. Okay, so temperature given is 31 degrees Celsius. So we need to convert it to Kelvin by plus with 273.15. Okay, so press your calculator, you will get the value of temperature is actually 304.15 Kelvin. Okay, so your pressure is in kilonewton per meter square, where 1 atm is equivalent to 101.325 kilonewton per meter square. So again, how do I get this value or this conversion unit? I get it from the list of the constant that I already shared to you in our class group. Okay, so that means to convert 99.3 kilonewton per meter square into atm, I just need to divide this with 101.325. Okay, so I get the pressure in atm is actually 0.98 atm. Okay, so now we already have temperature, we have pressure, and we have mass of Y. But we don't have the volume. Okay, if we want to use PV equals to nRT, okay, so if we substitute PV equals to mass over mR RT, alright, so we already have the information for pressure, mass, T, R is the constant. So in order to get this mR, we need to find out volume. So how can we get this volume of vessel? Alright, so that's why they give you the mass of empty vessel plus water. So from the mass of water, you can calculate the volume of the vessel. Okay, so how can we calculate? Okay, so how can we get the volume of vessel through the given mass? Okay, so density of water is 1 gram per minute. Okay, so this one you need to memorize. Okay, this is standard information that everyone needs to know, especially if you learn physics. Okay, so for mass, you can get volume by 1 gram per milliliter is equals to 93.1 gram over V in ml. Okay, so rearrange, you will get V in ml to be 93.1 milliliter. Okay, so to use this volume in the formula, you need to convert it into liters, okay, which is divide by 1,000, you will get 0.9331 liter. Okay, so now we already have all the information needed to calculate the molecular mass. Alright, so this is the formula. Okay, so I want to get molecular mass, so mass time with RT over PV. Then I substitute. So the mass here that you need to substitute is the mass of gas Y, okay, which is 2.51 gram, time with the gas constant 0.08206 per mole per Kelvin, liter and ATM, time with the temperature, which is 301.15 Kelvin, over pressure in ATM 0.98 ATM, time with the volume, okay, which is 0.9331 liter. Okay, now take your time and try to press the calculator to get the value of molecular mass. Okay, so you will get the value of molecular mass to be 67.831 gram per mole. Okay, again, I encourage you to always include unit in your substitution process. So where is the substitution process? This is the substitution process. So always include unit, and your final answer also please state what is the unit and make sure the value to have up to 3 decimal places.